So on Monday, Democrats did what they do best and folded to Republicans on the issue of a government shutdown. Why they would do so, look, if you're a casual observer and you look and see what they got, well, you would find that they got absolutely nothing other than basically a promise for or from Mitch McConnell to take up a DACA fix later on. So basically nothing, because McConnell's promise isn't worth the paper that it would be written on. Now, Republicans, well, they won by taking hostages and basically pitting one group of children against the other. DACA kids versus children, low-income children that need health insurance, the CHIP program. So one of the things that they did actually get in response that was going to be approved anyway was children's health insurance. Now, here's the thing. Republicans created both of these messes. First, Trump by basically sending DACA over to Congress when he could have approved it. He's like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. Congress, you come up with a deal, right? Because he doesn't care about dreamers. In fact, he thinks the dreamers and DACA people are different. He's like, I want all Americans to be dreamers. Idiot. Anyway, as far as CHIP, of course, look, Republicans refused to fund CHIP to bring up a vote because they actually ran out of money. Now, CHIP is non-controversial. It's children's health insurance for the poor. That normally passes without any sort of consideration, right? Without any sort of problem. Now, the consequences of this monumental fold, this monumental cave, when the Democrats had the upper hand, look, 70 to 80% of Americans supported protections for the Dreamers, right? And they even had a majority that blamed Republicans for the shutdown. Even with all the cards that they had, they still folded. And it's absolutely maddening that they did. But now it's gotten worse. Since that's fold, Republicans have become emboldened. And now they're even looking to push more draconian immigration. So their new plan, it comes from House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte and House Homeland Security Committee Chairman Michael McCaul. They have crafted a bill called the Securing America's Future Act. The Hill explains the legislation would provide DACA recipients with a temporary 3-year legal status that could be renewed indefinitely. Now, what this does is that this guarantees future fights over their status. If you have to fight to get it renewed every 3 years, then it's not actually protection. It's basically what Obama had done. But, but instead of having the president be in charge of it, now Congress gets to fight over it and use it as a bargaining chip every 3 years. Terrible, right? It offers no pathway to citizenship either. And the House measure would also authorize $30 billion for Trump's fucking wall. So that's $30 billion to go to a southern border wall and to invest in other border security measures. It would also end family-based immigration and eliminate the diversity visa lottery program, all of which were pillars outlined at a White House meeting earlier this month. So, DACA, temporary DACA status, right? Every 3 years. It has to get renewed by Congress. It gets people to play politics with it. In exchange, the Republicans would get $30 billion for a wall and an end to family-based immigration. They're not even hiding how monstrous they are. I mean, this plan is incredibly draconian. But there's more. The Goodlatte bill would also go several steps further to the right by mandating something called E-Verify. That is a system that cross-checks every new employment contract with the Federal Immigration Status Database, which would allow the Justice Department to withhold grants from so-called sanctuary cities and increase the criminal penalties for deported criminals who return to the U.S. illegally. Under the proposal, immigration levels would be reduced by 25% overall, according to bill sponsors. So that right there, reducing immigration, well, that's the whole point. That's, to put it in the words of Ann Coulter, to stop the browning of America. So this has got Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, even though he's not anywhere near the White House. He is a strong proponent of very, very draconian immigration measures, as well as the conservative base written all over it. So congratulations, Democrats. what you've done by folding is that you've given the Republicans a stronger position on negotiation by caving on what was really the most basic things that you could ask for. DACA protections, permanent DACA protections with a pathway to citizenship. That is the very basic thing that you should be asking for, and you couldn't even stand strong on that. And now the Republicans are like, you thought our deal was bad before. Check this out. Hold my beer. We've got an even more right-wing, more monstrous position for you. And you know what? Now that we know that you'll fold, we're gonna push it on you. Here it comes. So, look, the Democrats, they have shown that they're terrible at negotiation. But, look, nobody's that bad, right? Nobody's that bad unless you're doing this on purpose. Nobody's that bad at negotiation. And the Republicans know that. The Republicans know that the Democrats are essentially a controlled opposition, right? Because they're paid by the same people. That's why the leaders of another conservative group, the Republican Study Committee, had called on Ryan's leadership team to bring this bill to the floor. Mark Walker, I believe, said, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is once again overplaying his hand on immigration, trying to paint his solution as a foregone conclusion. I'm going to get to what that solution actually is later. He says the reality on the ground is that his extremist proposals are a non-starter in the House. Walker told The Hill, we have a workable path forward with the Goodlatte McCaul bill, and that's the bar set in the House. So that calling for a permanent DACA fix and not using these people as a political bargaining chip, that's an extremist position, according to the Republicans. And giving $30 billion to a wall that isn't actually going to work, that is not an extremist position? You've got to be kidding me. Hey, Democrats, do you still think McConnell's promise is worth a damn? We have Republicans in the House saying that, hey, man, look, we've got a workable path towards this incredibly draconian bill. In fact, this is the bar we've set in the House. If that's the bar, it's over. Look, here's what's going to happen, right? Republicans are going to bring some form of this bill, and there's not unanimous consent, on this bill. I think there are some moderate members that are like, whoa, that's a little too far. So they might do some tweaks here, right? But overall, it'll go through the House. It'll end up passing in some form or the other. Democrats will, of course, object when it comes to the Senate. They'll change a few numbers around. Instead of like maybe giving $30 billion to the wall, we'll give $25 billion to the wall. And then maybe they'll allow dreamers to stay maybe 6 months, a year, or 5 years instead of 3 years. A little bit longer, but still, nonetheless, they're going to have it in control of Congress so they can use it as a bargaining chip. Any giveaways to the Democrats are likely going to be very, very small, but knowing the Democrats will, of course, take it. And then, crazily enough, right? And this, again, this is what frustrates me about the Democrats. They'll take what they're given, and they'll declare victory, and then wonder why the voters despise them, why the voters feel like the Democrats have abandoned them. They're weak. They had McConnell in the corner, right? During this shutdown, they had the support of the American people on DACA, on CHIP. Even most people were willing to blame the Republicans for the shutdown, and Donald Trump specifically. And what did? They pissed it away. Oh, but no, the Democrats are saying, no, we're playing three-dimensional chess here. We're going to have McConnell. He's going to have to follow his promise. He made a promise. As if the Republicans don't consistently lie all the time. Yeah, of course they lie. And they're lying to you this time. Look, McConnell's not going to bring this up. And if he does, then he's going to tack on the Senate. Republicans are going to tack on all sorts of poison pills into this legislation. And they're going to, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, hey, Democrats, we put it up for a bill. and we just happen to include $18 to $20 billion for the wall that now you will be forced to fund in order to get this temporary fix for DACA. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. And the Democrats, of course, in their perpetual state of weakness, are going to take it. They are going to fold. Look, the Republicans, they don't care about dreamers, right? Donald Trump doesn't care about dreamers. No. They have no empathy for what they call illegal immigrants. You know how they were framing this, the entire shutdown? And this is what got the Democrats so spooked. Why are you putting illegal immigrants over the lives of Americans when this wasn't actually about just DACA? It was actually also about CHIP. It was actually also about different funding measures. You know, the Republicans wanted to add billions more dollars to the military. The Democrats, all they were asking for is, let's look at some other stuff. Like maybe we should have some parity here. We're okay with giving another $50 billion to the military. If you have some sort of parity, if you actually boost some domestic spending, just a little bit. We want parity. That rejected over and over again. There were bills to try to boost military pay or restore military pay during a shutdown. Rejected. That's what the Republicans do, man. They're strong, and the Democrats are weak. Here's what you do in negotiation, right? Especially if you've got the polls on your side. You bring the strongest bill you can. Even if some of your members oppose it. Like, oh man, that might be a little too strong, right? But you do that not because you think you're going to win. You do that to set the bar. And then you actually negotiate from there. But see, what the Democrats do is that they'll automatically give Republicans half of what they want before they even start. Oh, you want $25 billion for the wall? Here you go. That was in the bill, the bipartisan negotiations from Chuck Schumer. Schumer said, oh, you want money for the wall? Here's $25 billion. He should have offered nothing. And now, funny enough, right? He comes out recently and says, that money for the wall that I put on the table, I'm taking that back. The $25 billion, you can't have it now. Yeah, too little, too fucking late. It should have never been on this negotiation. Again, DACA, 70 to 80% approval. The Democrats had all the cards. And again, just like the losers they are, they decide we're not going to play them. We're going to get scared. And we're going to fold to the Republicans and not get a goddamn thing. But as I explained before, they lose on purpose. Their donors, and again, and a lot of the same donors for Republicans are the same for the Democrats. They all take money from the same people. They did not want to shut down. The markets did not want to shut down. The bankers, the financial industry, they didn't want to shut down. It hurts the stock market. And how dare anything hurt their beloved markets? In fact, the Democrats they talked to said they had a high anxiety over a prolonged shutdown. They thought, oh my God, it went on 3 days. Oh my God. What are we going to do? What if it goes on longer? What are we actually doing here? We're hurting the markets. We've got to stop. Weak. Look, this is the consequence of a political party that doesn't actually care about their own constituents, but is paid to lose to the Republicans over and over again. What could I do? What could I do? You stick to your goddamn principles. I think you're supposed to lead with your values. You're not leading with anybody's values. You're not leading with your own values. You don't even understand what your own values are. All you do is sit there and take more donor money and then lose to Republicans over and over again. The Democratic Party makes me sick. Fucking losers. Look, if you're going to shut down the government, right, don't do it as a stunt. At least do it for a goddamn good reason. And actually get something in return from it. Or else you're going to end up looking weak, you're going to end up looking petty, and you're going to hurt yourselves in the end. And that's exactly what the Democrats have done. Worst party. Bunch of goddamn losers. Can't stand them. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.